Good morning, everybody. It's 11 o'clock. Welcome to Dawn Mountain. My name is Jason. I'm one of the students here that alternates in leading Sunday meditation. A lot of the people, as you may know, are at our severance retreat that's ongoing right now. And as a result, we are in an alternate space here for the in-person Sunday meditation. We're upstairs in the chapel at St. Philip here in the Mission Center. We've got a pretty familiar crew, and our in-person attendance is not yet filled in. So I don't think I'll spend too much time at the moment introducing you guys to Dawn Mountain. You guys are pretty familiar with the agenda or practice with the names for the book. Remember to send any names for the book that you would like to share uh, in the chat there, and we'll get it put in the book here physically. So we'll start with the aspirations that we'll chant to set our intention for today. They won't be coming up on the screen here, but I think you can find them in the chat. There's some links to those if you'd like to get your hands on it. May all beings always have happiness and its causes. May all beings always be free of pain and its causes. May all beings always be pain-free and live happily. May no beings ever cling to those near nor spurn those far. For as long as space abides, as long as the world remains, just so long may I be there, resolving all beings' pain. So we're here today to practice, to set aside the mental chatter that normally dominates our thought process and spend a little time here. And we'll be alternating practice between focusing on our breath and chanting the syllable hung twice in one breath. And at those times, really focusing on the sound, on how it feels to chant it and all those sensations. And start by paying attention to your posture. Settle into your seat in a way that's comfortable. You want your back straight, but not stiff. Relax your shoulders. In fact, just see where you're tense and settle into your seat. You can appreciate the support you have from the three pillars, from the very earth itself, which you're sitting over the center of. We have the support of the whole earth, and also of our body, particularly our skeletal structure. That allows us to sit here straight and in touch with the earth. And third, the energy channel that you can feel into or imagine that runs through the center of your body from in front of your spine, from your base all the way through to the crown of your head. And just spend some time with your attention to the breath, maybe where it Feel what it's like to have the breath come in and go out. What sensations let you know that the breath is coming in or going out? Where those sensations occur in the body. Don't want to think too much about it. We want to feel into it. So spend some time experiencing breathing, how it feels, and treating it as something new. Drop any preconceived notions you might have about what it's like. Just feel what it's like right now, today. When you become distracted and your mind wanders, just name the distraction to yourself a couple times. Thinking, or distraction, and bring your attention back to what it's like to be breathing. Let's turn our attention to chanting Om. Om. Hold. Turn your attention back to the breath. We often think of that the body pulls the breath in, but sometimes it might also feel like the breath is animating the body. We can see if we can feel it like that. Maybe it feels like neither. Just see how it feels. We'll turn to chanting. Ooh, ooh. Bring your attention back to your breath. Every time we breathe in, there's a lot of sensations that are shared, but also every time is a little different quality. Even when the experience is very much the same, it might strike us differently. The sensation might be similar, but we might experience it differently. So just see what breathing is right like for you now, how those sensations are, and feel into it. Try not to get distracted by thoughts. And when you do, just bring your attention back. Let's turn our attention once more to chanting. And just like with the breath, each one of these chants is unique. To the extent that they're similar, we might experience them differently. So just feel that totality of the sensation, hearing, all of our senses. Om. 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 Back to the sensations of breathing. Hey, everyone online. You can take a break, stretch your legs a little bit. And let's see. I just want to say good to see everyone here. Adam, see you guys online. Good to see you. Melissa, Don, hey Mark, Charlotte, Neil. Okay, so we are reading again today from Pema Chodron's book, Comfortable with Uncertainty. We are on chapter 68 today. This chapter is called Prajna. Or now, the title's been left untranslated here. Prajna is a Sanskrit word. And in the previous chapter, she did translate it as unconditional wisdom. We also see this translated sometimes as insight. And literally, the word has two syllables. Pra means higher, greater, or supreme. And jna is the word for knowledge or understanding. So literally then a kind of a higher knowledge or supreme knowledge. So with that in mind, let's read through the chapter and then we'll come back and discuss it a little bit. Prajna is the wisdom that cuts through the immense suffering that comes from seeking to protect our own territory. Prajna makes it impossible for us to use our actions as ways of becoming secure. Prajna turns all actions into gold. It is said that the other five transcendent activities, generosity, discipline, exertion, patience, and meditation, could give us reference points, but prajna cuts through the whole thing. Prajna makes us homeless. We have no place to dwell on anything. Because of this, we can finally relax. Sometimes we feel tremendous longing for our old habits. Well, maybe not that old. When we work with generosity, we see our nostalgia for wanting to hold on. Working with discipline, we see our nostalgia for wanting to zone out and not relate at all. As we work with patience, we discover our longing to speed. When we practice exertion, we realize our laziness. With meditation, we see our endless discursiveness, our restlessness, and our attitude of couldn't care less. Because of prajna, these other five actions, or paramitas, become the means of shedding our defenses. Every time we give, every time we practice discipline, patience, or exertion, it's like putting down a heavy burden. The foundation of the prajna paramita is mindfulness, an open-ended inquiry into our experience. We question without the intention of finding permanent solutions. We cultivate a mind that is ready and inquisitive, not satisfied with limited or biased views. With this unfixated mind of prajna, we practice the other paramitas, moving from narrow mindfulness to flexibility and fearlessness. What is this higher knowledge? We would sure like someone to point it out to us in a book or in this chapter so that we could just have it already and be done with it. But we find that is not how she's relating it to it here either. What is this wisdom that we're after here? Not one that we find in books. No, that's often referred to in the text as mundane knowledge, normal, everyday knowledge, as opposed to this higher knowledge. So what does prajna do? It makes it impossible for us to use our actions as ways of becoming secure. It cuts through our efforts to protect our own territory. So it is not the thing that will reinforce our habits, our territory, our sense of security. It's not that. Prajna makes us homeless. We have no place to dwell on anything. It's not helping us reinforce the things that we're used to doing, the ways we're used to thinking. And instead, I think Pema Chodron here describes it as a process that we can pick up, whose foundation, as she says, is mindfulness, an inquiry, and an open-ended inquiry into our experience, where we're not looking for a permanent solution. Instead, it's about the process of maintaining an open and inquisitive mind. And in this way, we practice the other paramitas, these other ways of compassionate living, these other transcendent activities, as she puts it. When we work with generosity, yeah, sometimes in this open-ended mindset, we do have some nostalgia for wanting to hold on, but also we see what it's like when we do let go. And with discipline, yes, sometimes we see how we are inclined to zone out, but we also see how uh, excited, how much livelier the world is when we're engaged with it. When we work with patience, we discover our longing to speed, but we also get to appreciate what it's like when we take things at their own pace. When we practice exertion, we realize our laziness, but we also see what it's like to be vigorously engaged in the world. When we're not looking for a permanent solution, when we're keeping our mind open to experience, then in all the ways that we practice, we can find ourselves increasingly flexible and fearless, as she puts it. Okay, that's what I had prepared for this chapter. Any comments? Any questions? Any thoughts? Okay. If that's the case, we'll turn our attention back to the breath. Settle again in your seat. Feel that support that you have from the earth, from your body. And we'll focus on what it's like to breathe in and breathe out for a few minutes. Turn our attention to our chant. Om. 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 Again to the breath. We'll chant once more. Again, examine it anew. What's it like to chant this time? Om. Om. back to the breath. What's it like this time? Okay, everyone. Close to our schedule for today. Announcements? Do we have any announcements? Come on, you want to sit over here? We'll bring Sarah up for announcements.
Hey guys, good morning. We are wrapping up our Just Severance retreat this week. We're also going to be continuing our Buddhism in 4 words. This is going to be a free online event, and it's going to be continuing on November 20th. But we would still like everyone to join us on this Tuesday to go ahead and join us for a special 4th Teaching Tuesday, where we're going to be discussing a little bit more of the history on what we do and how our teachers relate to the practices. We have a couple more retreats coming up for Lama Tenzin. The first one is going to be November 1st through 3rd. Definitely send us an email to sign up for that. And there's going to be a second one on November 8th through 10th. Now, definitely send Emily an email for that sign up and we'll get you guys registered.
Okay, thank you. All right, we'll be reading the dedication of merit from our prayer sheet. That's this guy. Well, we don't have our lamp with us today, but we'll read the blessing also, and we'll close with an ah. By this good may I swiftly once become a great guru. Lead all beings, everyone, to reach to that very ground. With all of you in mind, we light this lamp of clarity. May the glow of love, wisdom shine within us, everyone, till we all rise forth born in one enlightened mandala. We dedicate the merit for today's practice to all beings, and especially to Buzz and Alan. And if you'll unmute, we can close together with an open syllable. Okay. Thank you, everyone online. Appreciate you guys coming.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Take care, everybody. I just, hold on.